All right, going to talk a little bit today about QB development here at Oklahoma. As we go through this, we're going to start with practice schedule and what it looks like for our QBs on a day-to-day basis, all right? So as we look at it, we're going to have our own warm-up every single day. So QBs will be on the field early, and as we get into it, we'll have our own walkthrough. So it'll be a skill walk that'll be 10 minutes. All right, once we get done with the skill walk, all right, we'll get into a blitz pickup. All right, so we'll go straight into blitz pickup, and then we'll get into our flex period. All right, and then we'll get rolling with practice. All right, so like I said, we'll start with a skill walkthrough, but even before the skill walkthrough, every single day, our QBs have our specific warm up. We call it the QB warm up that we do every single day. So we'll start with strength and conditioning, doing a couple of things with them with some band work, and then our throw warm-up I'll get into here in a second. And this is how we start every single day. As the practice unfolds, obviously you see it here. We'll go through every single piece of it from a quarterback standpoint, and we'll roll through all the detail of it. All right, so as we start with our quarterback warm-up, all right, we talk about being toe, knee, hip, shoulder, and alignment all the time. So we're going to start our practice that way. We're always going to throw over the top of the net as we get started, all right? Really trying to stress high elbow and that same arm slot as we get started every single day, all right? So you're watching corral right here, and we've got that towel tucked under our left arm. And the only thing that we're wanting to do here is we're wanting to push that front shoulder close, all right, and then release with the high elbow. Front shoulder close, release with the high elbow. All we're trying to do here is warm up our core and our arm, all right? Completely disconnected. All right, top up, we're moving, nothing moving in our lower half. We're not wanting any lockout, all of our cleats staying in the ground, and truly just trying to warm up our core as we're rotating, feel ourselves pushing that front shoulder closed, and then releasing that ball high elbow. All right, so again, that's how we're starting every single day. We go from a toe-to-toe position, all right, to left foot back. So we go left foot back. We're still squeezing that towel with our left elbow, keeping that tight to the core, as little movement as possible. And then again, pushing that front shoulder close, releasing with the high elbow, playing over the top of the net. All right, so we go square. All right, then we go left foot. And then you look at it and we go right foot. All right, so as soon as we get through with left foot back, right foot back, and again, that's just going to be toe to instep. Then we'll get into a quick game, all right? So now as you're looking at it, we're going to get into our quick game piece of it, and all we're going to do is bring our left to our right, all right? So you're watching corral. We're trying to stay as close to the earth as possible, and then on our quick game drop, be set to our target, all right? So as you're seeing it right here, we are set to that target. You see our front shoulder closed, all right? Our toes in alignment, knees in alignment, hips and shoulders in alignment. Again, toe, knee, hip, shoulder, trying to create this body position as much as we can throughout the day to create consistent throws. All right, still stressing high elbow, and the next part we're stressing is that front toe, all right, stepping outside our hip to give us the ability to get that back hip through our throw. All right, so again, you're going to see the quick game piece of it, bringing our left to our right, being toe-to-toe, toe, knee, hip, shoulder in alignment, and now taking that left foot and that left big toe stepping outside the hip, so now we can get that back hip all the way through our throw. Again, still stressing high elbow. All right, so we go from that drill right there in our quarterback warm-up. All right, so start static, then left foot, toe to instep, right foot, toe to instep, and then quick game. All right, then we will get out and start working our drops of the day to really get our arm warm. So here, we're in our play action pushback drop. All right, so we're giving him a concept. This is a drop that we were working early in the day, play action pushback and whatever concept it is. And now we are just getting to that position to where I'm still going to be toe, knee, hip, shoulder in alignment. I'm going to be just to the right of my target. And now I'm going to step off the line. All right, great picture right there. That front foot, that big toe stepping outside my hip. That way I can get my back hip all the way through the throw. Again, we've had that towel in under our elbow, all right, squeezing our body the entire time. And this is the reason for it. All right, there's a great picture of Matt right there going to follow through that right hand. All right, putting that sword in that hip pocket and then squeezing that left elbow tight to his core right there to keep everything tight. Next picture, we're play action pushback. All right, now we're going to set and we're going to reset, making sure that all the time our feet are traveling with our eyes. I want our body position to always travel with our eyes as we're working through our progression. So just another point to be able to make in this situation as we're getting started in pre-practice with our throw warm-up. That will be the drop of the day. All right, so again, we start static, toe-to-toe, left foot, right instep, right toe, left instep. Then we're in quick game. All those throws happening over the top of the net with that towel being squeezed by that offside elbow the entire time until we get to our quick game drop. Then we'll work a drop of the day. That happened to be play action pushback. As soon as we get through working the drop of the day, now we're into our touch game. What is the touches of the day that we're going to throw on the perimeter? All right, those are the first things that we're throwing full speed and live, all right, pre-practice before we ever get to our skill walk. All right, so this just happens to be what we call our smoke tag, all right? So smoke tag, you're gonna see corral in that body position right now. How fast can I get myself into toe, knee, hip, shoulder alignment with my front shoulder closed off, all right, all the way out to my target. I like starting going to the right first for righties, so you feel yourself have to get all the way out there for the throw. Just like that. You can see the ending picture. I want that ball to be upfield peck, all right, for that receiver, so I have the ability to catch and get my butt upfield right now. All right, so the first thing that we're doing, smoke game, we're going to call it grip and rip. How fast can I get the ball in my hands and out of my hands and on the perimeter right now? The next piece of it, I'm going to flash fake. I'm going to extend the ball to the back hip, pop, and ball. You can see how his feet are traveling together, and he's in that body position now that we always talked about at the beginning of practice. All right, so again, toe, knee, hip, shoulder, all in alignment. All right, my eyes are traveling right there. My feet are traveling with my eyes, and now I'm able to accelerate, and that ball's landing upfield. So it starts in the touch game with grip and rip, and then it goes to flash fake. All right, good. Now we're throwing quick game. Great picture right here. Again, when I'm throwing quick game and I'm a righty and I'm throwing to my right, we talk about bringing our left foot to our right. There it is. And then again, seeing myself in a toe, knee, hip alignment, all right, everything in alignment right there, and then being able to step off the line with that front foot so that my back hip's able to get all the way through that throw. But that's where you want to be. That is a great position right there to be in. Front shoulder closed, all right, I'm toe to toe and able to accelerate through it. Good, now we're just going to flip it and go the other way. So instead of throwing touches right, quick game right, now I'm going to throw touches to the left and quick game to the left, all right? So again, I'm going to grip and rip, and then I'm going to flash fake. You can tell how urgent I'm being with my hands and my feet here. We always talk about being urgent, not frantic. Urgent, not frantic. Looks totally different. All right, urgent feet, urgent hands are going to be very clean and very quiet while moving really fast. Frantic feet, frantic hands, a lot of moving parts. All right, so you can tell right now these guys operating really cleanly with my hands, feet, and hips. All right, good. Feet are going to be a lot more quiet here as we're going to quick game and throwing to our left. We're naturally in an easier body position for that front shoulder to be closed. All right, again, throw warm up every single day. We're hitting this every single day before we ever get to skill walk. Now we're going to create a movement of the day. All right, so this is going to be the RPO slips. All right, any kind of flat routes that we're throwing off of a first level read. All right, so I'm going to run it, back hip, front hip. I'm going to pull with great width. You can tell in this picture different than this one here. All right, see how downhill he is. I got no chance, all right, to be able to navigate that window and that throw. Now on the next one, we get it corrected. We're going to be back hip, front hip, pull with width. All right, always coming out as a runner. Now you got a chance to go accelerate and give him a ball. So now followed by movement going the other way. Now I'm moving right. All right, front shoulder closed and always being able to accelerate. We talk about never decelling with that arm. That's a good picture of it right there. Regardless of what ball you're throwing, finding ways, all right, to never decel with that arm. All right, so again, throw warm up. That's where it starts every single day. All right, throwing over a net, using that towel, squeezing it with my offside elbow, keeping that offside elbow tight to my core, tight to my body. All right, always talking about toe, knee, hip, shoulder alignment. being in great alignment, creating consistent body position so I have the ability to create consistent throws. We're going to throw quick games. We're going to throw touches. We're going to have a drop of the day. All right. And then we're going to have some form of movement to get ourselves going. All right. Before we ever get to blitz walk, skill walk. All right. So our skill walk is just a walk period on air. Basically a signal review and a quick walkthrough for all the skill. While the skill walk's going on, big boys are having what we call group run and group pro. Group run and group pro scripted every single day versus defenses of the day, looks of the day. All right, then we'll get to blitz walk. All right, so blitz walk is an 11-on-11 session. It is a walkthrough period, but it's a great period for the QBs, O-line, backs, and then the receivers is a great period to be able to work our hots, understanding when I'm hot, why I'm hot, how I'm hot, and being able to get the ball out of the QB's hands. All right, so just being in this drill every single day. All right, now we're in our 6-man pro. It's a 3-down front. Being able to coach and teach and talk off of all of this tape is a great teaching tool for our guys. So blitz walk every single day, all right, before you ever get to flex period. All right, so then we go to flex. We've got team flex. Once team flex is done, we start every day with what we call veer drill. Veer drill is just mesh period with the QBs and the running backs. So making sure we're hitting the specifics of the day of what we have from an install standpoint. All right, so we put the chutes up every day, all right, making these backs feel, all right, getting our pads down, eyes up, being able to accelerate through the line of scrimmage, all right, working our path as much as possible, again, with our QBs, all right, working our hands, our feet, our hips, all right, playing fast, and then having very, very defined eyes. All right, you can see the stripe of the helmet right there for 2, doing a great job. The only thing I don't like here is how slow my hands are getting to my back hip. How fast can I get the ball to the back hip to be able to maximize my time for a first level read or a second or third level read, depending on run situations or RPO situations. Much better right there. Again, a little dramatic, all right, from the standpoint of being too deep. I want to be my toes on my heels right here. You can tell Matt is really stressing that mesh. All right, so after veer drill, and again, making sure that you're stressing whatever it is that's in that install that day, hitting those things so that you're getting that before you ever go to a live situation with the backs. All right, now we're going to get into routes on air. Again, routes on air, matching your install. All right, so your tight ends, making sure that they're getting the things on air live, all right, or on air before they ever get it in a live situation. All right, so whatever it is for the day, you can tell here, we worked this movement in pre-practice. Now we're working this route on there with the QBs that day. All right, really good picture of it right there. I like it with Matt being able to pull that front shoulder close as I'm sprinting to my left. All right, pulling that front shoulder close, giving him the ability to stay on top of that ball, all right, and accelerate through it. All right, now we're routes on air with the receivers. All right, I've talked about this a bunch already, but routes on air with the receivers, making sure, again, matching your install. So these guys are getting every single route on air, full speed before they ever get it against the defense. All right, here we go. Quick game. Just resetting right there for Matt. Another really good picture of it. All right, tempo. All right, tempo period. So we call this team on air. Team on air gives us the ability to coach tempo. How are you coaching the mechanics every single day? How are you coaching our guys to play fast? There's a lot of people that are playing fast, playing with tempo, but what are you stressing? What are you straining every single day to make sure that your guys are playing fast? What coaching points are you giving them and making them feel so that they will go play fast, align with firm feet? All right, for the big boys, for the skill, how fast can we snap the ball? Everything we do from a tempo standpoint, we have the ability to play fast if mechanically we're really, really clean, all right, from the end of the play, all right, into the next snap, all right? So we say whistle the snap, that's when you're playing fast. Has nothing to do with anything else. All right, so a good picture here. We're always wanting the ball to get back inside. Never leave the ball on the ground. Never leave the ball on the perimeter. We always want the ball being back inside so we can set the ball and snap the ball. All right, good picture right here by number 1. All right, getting the ball all the way back inside. All right, a little dramatic having to run it back in, but that's exactly what we're looking for. The tempo piece of it, coaching the mechanics every single day to ensure the fact that you are playing as fast as you possibly can. Okay, we go from team on air. All right, now from team on air, we go to half line pass. All right, and once we get into half line pass, now we are truly working our half field progression game. All right, half field progression, being able to play out our progression down to the back. Half line pass, all right, is done every single day, giving reps to the QBs, receivers, all right, and again, working the concept of the day as much as you can. All right, and it will go from 2x2 to 3x1. All right, there's the pictures of it right there. 2x2 to 3x1, 2x2 into the boundary, 2x2 to the field, 3x1, all right, into the boundary, 3x1 to the field. All right, being able to get all these things, and again, working your installs of the day. Here's 3x1, all right, the 3-man side set to the field, and now I'm just working our single receiver side. All right, great though for the QBs to be able to work progression, work their drops. All right, here we go. Once we get through routes on air and then team on air into half line pass, then we get into special teams. All right, so special teams automatically is a QB Indy. All right, from that QB Indy, we will go to team run. That is 11 on 11, trying to get the ball handed, but still having some of the RPO game in it to be able to give the quarterback some real looks. All right, from team run, we're going to 7 on 7. All right, then the blitz period that we had at the beginning of practice, all right, our blitz walkthrough, that naturally transitioned into that blitz period, all right, later on in practice that day. All right, then we go into team. Here's our rep breakdown. All right, here's the rep breakdown. So as you're looking at it, we're in team run. We got 18 snaps. We're going to have 6 of sub, all right, with the 1s and 3 irregular from a personnel standpoint. All right, when we go to 7 on, all right, as you look at it, we got 24 reps. All right, we're going to have 1 regular and 5 sub inside of each of those 6 racks or those 6 snaps. All right, team run. As you're looking at it right here, it is truly 11 on 11, so not true inside drill here. All right, not true inside. This is 11 on 11, the QB able to see every single picture, all right, having the ability to have our RPO game up. We're going to lean on the side of handing the football in this period so that the backs are getting real reps. All right, team run, juiced up period, everybody playing fast, all right, great energy, all right, and 2 spotting this as we're into team run. All right, here we go from team run. All right, again, all of these periods, the install matches these things every single day. All right, so now we're going to blitz. All right, again, the blitz pickup that we had pre-practice is now the blitz period that we have in this part of practice. All right, so again, a great picture. QBs, all right, receivers being on the same page, understanding when I'm hot, how I'm hot, why I'm hot. All right, what is the route that I need to be running when I am hot, how it's built in. The big boys being able to see all these different pictures. All right, again, taking the practice piece of it earlier from pre-practice and now being able to get into this period here. All right, and now we have gone from blitz to team. Thing we didn't show there was 7 on 7, all right? 7 on 7, just like everybody, always and forever. All right, true 7 on 7. We're moving the ball 5 yards every snap, so we're able to play with tempo. All right, scripting off of the install again. All right, making sure everything, all right, is getting hit that day. And there's your team reps, all right, just like everybody getting our team reps in. All right, again, so just stressing what the quarterback's getting every single day. All right, our throw warm-up, it stays the same from a fundamental standpoint, but being able to switch your drops, all right, when you go to drop of the day. Being able to switch your movement when you go to movement of the day. All right, always starting static, being able to warm up that core, your hips and your shoulder. All right, being able to get into your quick game drop. All right, and then progressing and really truly warming their arm up. Being able to coach the fundamental pieces of it, right? Body positions. How many times can I create consistent body positions to create consistent throws? Toe, knee, hip, shoulder alignment. How many times can I be in alignment throughout the day? All right, and being able to stress those things every single day, so you're trying to create a bunch of consistency, all right, in those body positions. And then as you move forward, I think the biggest thing is you're putting practice together for these QBs, the install matching every single period, not taking for granted routes on there, not taking for granted mesh drill, all right, with the backs or veer drill, making sure that everybody gets to feel a full speed rep before they ever get it against the defense. All right, I think that's the stress and the strain for us as coaches, and making sure those guys feel that, they see that, and they get used to doing that every single day before you ever get into 11-on-11 situations. Taking that blitz period, all right, the blitz walk, making sure that we're maximizing that as much as we can to try to create hots, to try to create stress and strain for the big boys up front, all right, and the QB, being able to get everybody on the same page, all right, and then getting that period live later on in practice, I think is critical. So just some things that we're doing from a fundamental standpoint and a practice standpoint, trying to maximize our time with the QBs on the grass, all right, being able to be consistent, create consistency for those guys. They know what to expect and how we get started every single day, all right, to be able to warm up their arm, warm up their body, and also warm up their mind as we get into a practice. Thanks.